Hello, my name is Emily Cartwright, and today we're going to be practicing our knife skills and cuts. Thank you, and I appreciate you watching. This here is my mise en place. I've got the range of vegetables to scale on the cutting board. We're going to jump into it. Now I'm going to cut my carrot into a 2-inch piece because the measurements of the cut I will be doing today is a bâtonnet, and it's going to be a 2-inch by 1/4 by 1/4. Now after we complete the bâtonnet, I'm going to cut it into a macédoine, which are small dices, which is 1/4 by 1/4 by 1/4. So once I finish squaring off the sides, I'm going to cut it into 1/4 segments so I can turn it on its side and cut it into more 1/4 segments. So this here is my bâtonnet. Now it is the 2-inch by 1/4 by 1/4. Now I'm going to take half of these and I'm going to cut them into the macédoine, and I'm going to keep the other half to stay as the bâtonnets, so I am able to provide it on the knife cut guide after this video. Now here I do reset my knife a few times because I'm not entirely sure I got the measurement right, but you know what? It turned out pretty great. Here in this next clip, I will be showing you these two cuts on my knife cut guide. Now it does seem pretty proportionate. Now in this clip, we will be performing our yield test on a half of a yellow onion. Now I weighed this half of a yellow onion, and its as purchased weight is 3.3 ounces. And while I peel this yellow onion, I will explain this here is the Parmente Cut, where we will be slicing the side twice and then in lengths horizontally. Now the trim in full is 0.3 ounces. That includes the stem I will add in after I finish cutting this. Now the equation does ask for the as purchased weight, which was 3.3 minus the trim 0.3. That equals 3 ounces. Now the next part of the equation does ask for the edible portion weight, which does go to 3 ounces divided by the as purchased weight, 3.3 ounces. Now that equals 90% yield. And in the next portion of the equation, it asks for the as purchased cost, which I did break down from the full bag. And that half of an onion is equal to 47 cents. Now 47 cents divided by our yield, which was 90%, equals 52 cents edible portion cost. Now through each one of these videos, I do have my sanitization buckets, and I'm wiping down my cutting boards and knives. In this clip, we will be mincing 5 to 7 cloves of garlic. Now this was quite complicated to get apart because these cloves were absolutely massive. Now I did finally get them separated, and in this video I am doing a total of 6 garlic cloves, and we will be mincing them with a little bit of salt. Here I'm removing the bottom part that you can't really chew and is inedible. Now I am pushing the cloves under my knife so it's easier to peel away the skin. Once I peel away all the skin, I'm going to crush them more so I can get that rough chop first. I missed a piece, I had to put it back. So we're gonna run over this garlic a lot of times until I can get those small little pieces that I am desiring in this mince. I'm now going to add a little bit of salt to draw out the moisture and makes it easier for me to mince it up. There we go, minced garlic. So we're gonna move right into the chopped half bunch of parsley. Now I am twisting so the stems come off because you can't really eat those, but you can put them in stalks, which is what I'll be doing. I'll be saving them in the freezer. So I gathered this all in one hand to make it more controlled and easier to chop. Now I'm running through it once just to get it smaller and easier to handle. gonna run through this just a couple of times because it does say finely chopped. Now this Italian parsley is already dry, so it didn't really release a lot of moisture. So, some finely chopped parsley for you. So next we will be chiffonading some fresh basil. Now I do have 8 leaves of basil, I believe. And I'm just laying them on top of each other flat so I'm able to roll them together to complete this cut. Now I'm not rolling it too tightly, but I'm rolling it where it's all gathered. And I'm just gonna slice through it. Now we're only gonna go through this once because that's what we need. So I remove the stems, and there's your chiffonade basil.